After playing away in Barcelona and we drew 2-2, United flew immediately after Erik ten Hag did a press conference, and then they flew back to Manchester. They arrived around midnight, and today evening the players have been involved into a recovery light training at Carrington, and the manager has been gone ahead to let us know about how we expect either Martial or Antony or Scott McTominay, all of them to return in the game of Leicester City that we are playing on Sunday. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from, I go by the names of Brock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto our channel. Now, it's really a very good day. I'm sorry for coming in late, but the problem is power was off. It has just returned, and that's why I've decided to record 1 or 2 videos to upload them onto this channel, because a lot of news has been really surfacing in, but I had no means of really getting you these stories because everything I have operates on power. But thank God we are back, and we are going to go on and really try to really get you in the know of what is happening around Manchester United, my beloved subscribers of United Matters channel, and those that are not subscribed to your regular viewers. Now, we drew away at Barcelona without Sabitzer, without Lisandro Martinez, without Anton Martial, without Eriksson, Donny van de Beek, Antony, and Scott McTominay. You get? We've been having lots of injuries affecting United, that is negatively. And I tell you the fact, if we go to Barcelona with Martial, Antony into the team and Sabitzer, Lisandro Martinez, they don't survive. We win that game of football because we have one of the best players that builds from the back, and that is obviously a player called Lisandro Martinez. Sabitzer, double pivot, is better than Freddy. Anton Martial gives us a very good shape every time he is playing at the pinnacle of that forward line of Manchester United. Now, the happiness is that the manager has hinted about the return of these players, and we might see them in the game of Leicester City. And he told us that on Antony Martial and Scott McTominay returning against Leicester, I said maybe we have to wait until tomorrow. Maybe 1 or 2 players can return. Yeah, and I think, to me, the fact is, when he told us in the press conference that was held on Wednesday down in Barcelona that these players are really doing individual training on the grass, it really sent a lot of positivity around me. Do you know why? I knew that is the last process of these players returning, and I believe Anton Martial has been away since the game of Nottingham Forest when he returned, the semi-final. He has missed out on Crystal Palace. He has missed out on Arsenal. He has missed out on Leeds, the double tie of Leeds. Those are 4 games. He has missed out on Barcelona 5 games. The same applies to Antony. After playing the game of Crystal Palace, he has not been playing. Scott McTominay, for him, he has been out for like 6-7 games, not playing for Manchester United. And now I'm going to let you the importance of every player that Ten Hag has gone ahead to hint about on his return in the game of Leicester. Now, let me tell you the most important player that would love to see return in the game of Leicester. I think it's Scott McTominay. Why? Us not having Casemiro in that game of football, Scott McTominay is a very huge pillar to come in that CDM position to play alongside Sabitzer or Fred. That's it, because Freddy and Sabitzer are good, but Sabitzer is better. And if you want to get more from Sabitzer, you need to be having a player who is playing the double pivot. That is it. So, having a player like Freddy playing in a single pivot is really bad. You rather have Scott McTominay, because at least you know that he'll win those battles, the physical battles, and each and every time he wins that ball, he'll pass it to either Lisandro Martinez near him or Sabitzer, who are really good and confident in that ball. That's it. We need him back. And I know the moment he makes it, the manager will not hesitate to start him, because he knows how important this player is needed to play for the side of United in that midfield. I believe he's the most important player, because in other aspects, we've been scoring goals. Without Antony, we scored 2 goals against Leeds, and Anton Martial, we scored 2 goals against Leeds at Old Trafford and 2 at Leeds at Elland Road. Without them, we've gone ahead to score 2 goals away at Barcelona. But remember, we are not having Casemiro in the game of Leicester City. I believe we need Scott McTominay back. And I think he's one of those that Ten Hag hinted about having a very quick response, and he might be available either to start for Leicester or to be up on the bench. But he confirmed to us that Scott McTominay in the game of Barcelona will be available. Now, the other player that I would like to see come immediately, I think it's Anton Martial. Why? If Anton Martial returns and is leading that line, you will see Rashford play wide left. You get Bruno back to his role of a central attacking midfielder, and then Sancho playing right. But each and every time we play Bruno wide right, I think we miss out a lot on him. And he's so much used to running around like a headless chicken. You know him very well. You get? Because he's not this kind of person who is really going to be there. His intensity is really high, and we need it because he pressures a lot. He pressurizes the opponent a lot. And in that game of Barcelona, if he was in the camp, if he was playing as a cam, trust me, he would have seen himself release Rashford and Weghorst a lot, like he did in the 28th minute against Weghorst, and Weghorst really failed to put that ball at the back of the net. So that is the other one. Antony too. His return helps us a lot because he gives us balance off the right side, and I believe you're playing against Leicester City and Barcelona. I would love to see him, especially taking on the fullbacks of Barcelona like Jordi Alba. I think can take him on, very fast player, and we are really having a very good week according to me. So these 3 players are hinted on that they're really going to go on and be return immediately. So we're expecting them to either make it the bench for the game of Leicester, some of them to start. Those that wouldn't have made the bench, they are going to be fully fit for the game of Barcelona. And what a boost for us as we go into Barcelona, as the happiness that really went on to us all befell us when we are playing Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, when the manager stood up 3 players, Sancho, Martial and Rashford. I think that will be the happiness that we will see against Barcelona if at all the manager gets up Anton Martial and Antony from the bench to get into this game of football at Old Trafford. I think we are going to be having a very good bench against Leicester City and against Barcelona, because at Barcelona we only have Garnacho, Pelestri, Facundo, Zidane Iqbo, Kobe Mainoo, Lindelof, Diego Delo, a bench full of academy players. It's not something that you would really go ahead and really play for and really be happy about. You'd love to be having all your full squad back to see to it that you're having a very strong bench to face these teams that are really doing great and doing wonders for the club of Manchester United. Now, Owen Hargreaves, a former Red Devil, he was part of the Champions League winning team in 2008. I think that season he even scored very many goals. I remember the free kick scored against Arsenal. It was a very good CDM, but his problem was he was an injury-prone player. And when Hargreaves has gone ahead and say the following about Rashford, I like to see him in different positions. He likes to be on that left side. Ten Hag made him play more centrally today. All the goals came from the right side. I don't think you can't stop it. Now, if there is anyone who is not giving Erik Ten Hag credit over what Rashford has achieved, scoring 22 goals and putting in 8 assists, that is 30 goal involvements in close to 34 games this season, then you are not meant for football. Football is not your thing. You should just quit it, because this is the highest ever tally that Rashford has ever made in a season. And he made it when? In the season of 2020, 2021, Rashford scored 22 goals. In the next season of 2020, in the season of 2021, 2022, in the season of 2021, in the season of 2019, 2020, Rashford scored 22 goals. The season of 2020, 2021, Rashford scored 21 goals. So, if he has matched his best ever tally this season with close to 30 games to go, that shows you the importance of Erik Ten Hag and what he has gone ahead to do for a team of Manchester United as improving players is really concerned. When you look at how Bissaka has been turned around as a player, when you look at Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, every player at Manchester United has really benefited from the manager, Erik ten Hag, and I believe he deserves the credit. And I know many people would come out and give him the credit, but everything Rashford is doing, it's really him, and he's scoring from both sides, right, left, and even when he's playing centrally, he really scores goals. And I've just seen a goal of Victor Osimhen, one of those people that has been linked to Manchester United. He has scored the goal, almost the same goal like Rashford scored against Barcelona. It's gone in for the near post, and he beat the goalkeeper to that. Napoli is leading by 2-0. If at all Napoli wins this game, they're going to stretch their lead to 18 points, meaning that they can win the league with 9 games to go. That is Victor Osimhen for you, a player that is really a total beast into this game of football. But Rashford is on fire, and is a person that I've seen score against Leicester City on several occasions. So I believe that on Sunday is really going to be one of those that's going to come in through and really become that thorn in the skin of Leicester City. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Qataris and the bid, the people submitting in bids today. Remember that deadline is today, you know that very well. It doesn't need any further explanation. The bid is in today. The bids are supposed to be put in today. Today is the deadline, and obviously been told by Simon Stone that after days of rumors, it's expected there will be a bid from Qatar. There is also expected to be at least 2 offers from the United States, and there have been suggestions of interest from Saudi Arabia. So tonight, before 10 p.m. United Kingdom time, all GMT, we expect close to 4-5 bids to go in through. Qatar's, it's rumored to be a 5 billion bid. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, 4 billion pound bid. Saudi Arabia trying to match Qatar. There is a consortium coming in from America, and another wealthy man that has not yet been revealed, but I know it's going to be revealed very, very soon. So tonight, I think in the video that closes our day today, we are going to find out who has really gone ahead to make a bid for Manchester United to get us into a new system. Now, Weghorst, many people have been coming out and really slating Weghorst, but there is something I want to show you about this guy, Weghorst. They are showing you most pressures. People that are pressed most in the Premier League ever since Weghorst joined are as follows. Kulusevski, 292 pressures. Erling Haaland, 263 pressures. Weghorst, 252 pressures. Bruno Fernandes, 250 pressures. Olise of Crystal Palace has really made 247 pressures, meaning that Weghorst is the 3rd most presser in the Premier League since he joined. That's it. And let's have a look at how his heat map is like. That is the heat map of this man, as you see it there for you. Against Crystal Palace, look at his heat map. Against Arsenal, look at his heat map. Against Crystal Palace, look at his heat map. Against Leeds, look at his heat map. Against Leeds, that is his map. And in the entire Premier League, that is his heat map. It's all blue, and it shows you the pressures he has really put onto the opponents of Manchester United to make them really lose that ball. So put a little bit of respect to the name of Weghorst, and you now know why the manager has always not dropped him and has kept him into the starting 11 of Manchester United always. So that is Wout Weghorst for you, a player that is really doing a lot of the ball, and people who don't know this game of football just call him a pedestrian in this game. I've seen people slating him that it's like we are playing with 10 men. And these are people that I think shouldn't come out and really put out such allegations on a player, because the stats don't show so. That's it. This guy presses a lot. That's why Ten Hag, for the previous 2 games of Leeds and Barcelona, he dropped him deep into, or he dropped him a little bit behind Marcus Rashford and let Rashford read the line, because he knows that he's really a very good player. And in that role that has played for only how many minutes? 100, I think for 100 minutes, 110 minutes, he has gone ahead to bank to get himself an assist for the game of Leeds that Alejandro Garnacho scores. The assist came in from Weghorst. So I believe we should put a little bit of respect on Weghorst's name, because he's doing some great job for the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Your reactions to Antony, Martial, all Anthony Santos, all Scott McTominay, set to return on Sunday versus Leicester are welcome in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about Owen Hargreaves talking about Erik ten Hag and how much is going to need to improve Rashford for thriving on either wide sides of the pitch? Then also talk about the stats that Sky Sports have put about Weghorst being one of the best presses of the game of football, all of the game of football, all while in the pitch of football. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. Aside and for now, see you later. Rock and David is my name. Bye bye.